¿Qué onda? And welcome back to the channel. My name is David. Today we're out in the downtown LA Arts District. We're gonna do some street photography, rocking the Leica SL2-S today, and testing out my new Wander Roam sling bag. Kind of like it because I can just hook the GoPro here. But it's nice and overcast today, which is a pleasant surprise because it's been kind of warm this winter here in LA. So let's see what kind of moody shots I can get today because I kind of miss shooting that style. So let's go. Orale. Welcome back to POV street photography video. My name is David. I already said that. Anyways, welcome back. It's been a while. I actually was meaning to post this video about 2 weeks ago, but I got so busy with just freelancing this month, and I'm very grateful because normally, at least for my business, and if you do freelancing, you know, comment down below like when your slow periods are, but at least for me, it's usually between January through March. It's pretty slow because it's post holidays. A lot of companies are doing taxes and, you know, people blew their budgets and blah, blah, blah. So very happy to be able to start the year off with plenty of work, you know, to pay the bills, rent, car payments, all that stuff. So really, really happy. But normally when I shoot these kind of videos, I try to always do, you know, the shooting and editing the same day. That way it takes me about a day or so to like post it to YouTube because these videos, you know, they take maybe about a full day's worth of editing to like get out. They're pretty quick turnaround. That's kind of like why I like making them, and you know, I get to talk to you guys about whatever pops into my head. Almost kind of like a podcast in a way, but there's like a visual aspect to it, I guess. But yeah, so wanted to get this out, but just got so busy this month. You know, I actually recently got to go to NAMM show in Anaheim, and it was my first time going. So for those of you who don't know what NAMM is, it's basically a huge like music convention for merchants. So people could go and buy equipment, software, and all that. And in a way, it's kind of like E3. If I were to describe it, it's kind of like E3, but for musicians and music equipment and software. And, you know, a lot of the microphone companies, software companies like Blackmagic, Shure, Tascam, so on and so forth, they all have like booths you could go to and demo some new stuff. But the reason I got to go is because my salsa band client, La Verdad, they actually were playing on the first day of the show on the Yamaha main stage. So that's like the huge stage. And that was quite an experience for me because normally we shoot them at smaller venues, you know, not as massive as like a full like stage for a concert. But I was kind of nervous because they also gave me a photo pass. So I was able to go on stage with them while they were performing to take photos and some video, and then go into the pit and into the audience. And I pretty much had full clearance for the 40-minute set that they had. But I never shot a stage that big, so I was just kind of like learning as I go. I'm like, oh shit, do I need to go over here or here? You know, and it was a lot of fun. I got some really good stuff that I'm pretty proud of, considering it was my first time like shooting on something that big. But also Andy Vargas and his band performed. I worked with him, and so I got to shoot them at their at a booth for their sponsor. And then my jazz musician client that I work with, Ron Blake, he normally plays with his band Assimilation, but he got hired to play trumpet because he plays horns for Ellis Hall, who is a phenomenal musician. He's a keyboard player, pianist, I guess. I forget the terminology, but very high energy. He's done stuff with Tower of Power. He's played with Kenny G. He also was the voice of one of the members of the California Raisin brand, or Raisins band, claymation little raisin band, in like I think it was like the late 80s and 90s or early 90s. So that was really freaking cool. And just overall, it was a really fun experience for me at NAMM show. It was so much fun. I feel truly blessed and humbled to be able to work with these talented individuals, and just being able to do music photography is something that I never knew I wanted until I started doing it, and it's so much fun, and it's just liberating, you know, like how they say music kind of liberates your soul, and, you know, all that stuff. So But yeah, so I'm actually trying to get this video posted today because tomorrow I go to Seattle. I'm going to be there. Tomorrow's Friday, the 2nd. So I'm going to be up there till Monday the 5th. So about 3 days, 3 full days, give or take, and then 3 nights. So very excited. I haven't been to Seattle since 2018, so that's been, what, 6 years? And Seattle has always been a special place for me because it was one of the first big trips I took. And that was the first time I ever flown on a plane. But there's just something so magical about that place because I don't know if it's because it's by the water. You see Mount Rainier in the background. It's cold. It actually feels like fall or winter if you go during that time. It's just such a beautiful place. And, at the time I was just starting to get into like street photography, but I never really like pursued it. Like I am doing that, now with like these videos and everything. But yeah, there's just something so much fun about that place. And, this year, one of my goals is I want to travel a lot more. So for me, being able to go to Seattle, roughly at the start of the year, it was a huge step in that direction because I'm going to try to travel at least every quarter. So every 3 months. I definitely want to go to New York because I have family up there. And, New York is kind of like the playground for street photography. Everybody that has shot street photography has to go to New York at least once. It's kind of like the proving grounds or whatever, you want to call it. Or as I like to say, it's like, you're playing Spider-Man PlayStation 4, then you jump to Miles Morales and the map just got a little bit bigger. But then you go to Spider-Man 2 on PS5 and like the map is massive and there's just so much to do and like people to talk to, interact. So that's kind of how I feel like if I were to go to New York, it's going to be that much bigger compared to LA or even Seattle, obviously. So, but yeah, that's kind of like where I've been at these last couple of weeks. I do plan to make a video when I get back on NAMM and like my experience going for the first time. Just because I have so much footage and I have a lot of stuff I kind of like want to share with you guys as far as like the music side of photography that I do, because that's kind of like the stuff that I've been doing that's paid. So I kind of want to share that insight with you guys. So anywho, I got to start packing for Seattle. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you found it helpful or entertaining, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, double tap the thumbs down button twice. Trust me, it works. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Hasta luego.